Good morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCAT-TV studio, I'm Ramiah Henderson alongside Quinlan Mulroy.
Coming up in today's show, the first SAD club meeting is today. The bowling team is looking for new members, and reporter Ariel Tepper goes behind the scenes to find out more about the fall play. All this and more on your WCAT-TV news.
Attention forensic team members and interested students. There will be a practice today from 3 to 4 in H104. The focus will be preparing and discussing the bills for the Student Congress at Kiski Prep on Wednesday, October 19th. The bus to Kiski Prep will leave the front of the school at 3:15 and return at approximately 6:30. Please let Dr. Bromp know as soon as possible if you plan to attend. If you are interested in attending the Congress, Dr. Bromp must have your parent permission and medical information form completed. If she does not have it, you will not be permitted on the bus.
The first SAD club meeting will be held today in C107 at 11:25 for grades 10 through 12. Grade 9th will meet at 12:30.
The Intersite Bridges program wants to remind freshmen to check their emails for Lunch and Learn group activity confirmations. This is also a reminder that if you are registered for an activity that you did not attend on registering for, simply email Mrs. Butina back to cancel. Remember, you can always email Mrs. Butina at nobalee.butina@glsd.us if you have any questions or concerns. The thought for the day: you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think.
There will be a mandatory meeting for all students and parents and guardians interested in the Italy and France trip on October 25th in the senior high CSC at 5:30 p.m. If unable to attend, please make arrangements directly with Dr. Antolik to schedule a meeting.
Current juniors are eligible to apply to the Pennsylvania Governor's School for the Sciences, a 5-week summer residential program for talented high school students of science and math. This summer, it will be hosted by the Mellon College of Science at Carnegie Mellon University and offers an enrichment experience in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Interested students should stop by in the guidance office and see Mrs. Hager for details. Now, let's get a check on the weather. We go to Richard Hilwig for the 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today we'll see cloudy skies with a high of 52 and a low of 38. Tomorrow we'll see a high of 43 and a low of 31 with a 40% chance of rain. And on Wednesday we'll see cloudy skies once again with a high of 45 and a low of 35. That's a 3-day forecast. Back to you in the studio.
The next program is offering a Lunch and Learn speaker series in the CSC. The next presentation will be on Friday, October 21st at 11 a.m. featuring a professional cybersecurity expert and hacker. Any students grades 10 through 12 is welcome to attend and bring their lunches. Please pre-register with Miss Yetter if you would like to attend and chances to win prizes.
Do you enjoy having fun with friends and want to join a sport? Consider joining the Latrobe bowling team. No prior experience is needed. Everything you need to know will be taught at practices. Optional practices start Tuesday, October 18th and are held every Tuesday from 3 to 5 at Lincoln Lanes. Mandatory practices will begin Tuesday, November 22nd. Students who need transportation to Lincoln Lanes after school should ride Bus 3. It is located on the junior high side of the school. Physicals are due before the first day of mandatory practice. Come be a part of a fun atmosphere and compete against local schools. Bring your friends and join the Latrobe bowling team today. If you're interested or have any questions, please feel free to reach out to Aiden Leone, Jason Markowski, or Robbie Phillips. Additionally, you may also contact Mr. Hyde in the athletic office with any questions.
We now go to Tyler Nelson for the Wildcat Sports Report.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today we have 2 Wildcat sports teams in action. First, your JV and varsity boys soccer team travels to Mount Pleasant to take on the Vikings at 6 for JV and 7:30 for varsity. Tonight, the field hockey team takes on Upper St. Clair at 7 on Rossi Field. Prior to the game, the team will honor its 17 senior players. Make sure to stop out and support. Also, congratulations to the Letterman's Club's Athletes of the Week, Avery Macero and Taylor Schanfelter. Avery and Taylor placed 3rd in the AAA Section 1 doubles tennis tournament and advanced to the WPIL tournament. Both Avery and Taylor have had wonderful seasons. Avery placed first singles for the team with a record of 6-3, and Taylor placed second singles with a record of 8-1. They both competed for the Section Signals tournament in September and both advanced to the WPIAL tournament. With these girls' leadership, the tennis team finished 2nd in the section and will compete in the WPIAL team playoffs. Congratulations, Avery and Taylor. Now we head to Joe Coletti for National Sports.
Hey Wildcats, today in sports your Penguins take on the Montreal Canadiens at 7 p.m. in Montreal, Canada. 2022 first overall draft pick Uri Slavkovsky will play his first game against the Penguins tonight as the Penguins look to trample over one of hockey's worst teams from last season. In the NFL, Justin Herbert and the Chargers take on Russell Wilson and the Broncos on Monday Night Football at 8:15 on ESPN. Russell Wilson and Broncos country look to ride their way onto an upset after a slow and disappointing start to their season. That's all for sports. Back to the studio.
The Drama Club's performance of Little Women is this weekend. Reporter Ariel Tepper went behind the scenes to find out more about the show.
With Greater Latrobe being a school with outstanding arts, athletics, and academics, it is no surprise that this year's fall play Little Women is suspected to be a hit.
Putting a show together is challenging. The entire cast has been working around the clock to perfect their characters and overall production quality.
So it revolves around the March sisters and just their struggles in life. It takes around one of the wars, and their father's away, so they're trying to help the people around them, and they even have like daily struggles themselves that they try to fight.
There are certain qualities each actor has to encompass to be a part of the cast. Hard work and dedication are only two of the traits you must possess to thrive in this environment.
I think the most essential thing is just not only commitment, but also just integrity, like knowing that everyone is there for a reason, nobody's above anybody else, no matter what part you have, and that it takes everybody to make a show, and that altogether we make the show better than just one person would, and everybody's important.
Each actor finds ways to relate to their character while making it their own.
Joe and I are very similar because we're both pretty determined people. We're not really afraid to go after what we want, and I really love my family and want to support them as much as I can.
Although each student participating gains on-stage experience, a lot of members take part in the play for more meaningful reasons.
All of the friendships that you make in the cast are just so important, and they last you for a very long time, and I think that's a really important thing.
As you can see, Greater Latrobe's Drama Club has a special spot for everyone. Come see this fantastic cast perform Little Women on October 22nd and the 23rd. Reporting for WCAT-TV, I am Ariel Teppert.
Thanks, Ariel. Wondering what's on the menu today? We go to Delaney Moore with What's Cooking.
What's cooking, Latrobe? Cooking up in the main line, we have penne pasta with meatballs and garlic breadsticks with garden green beans. Next, we have hamburger, cheeseburger, and chicken patties. For pizza options today, we have cheese and pepperoni. In the grab-and-go bar, we have fresh salads and deli hoagies. The soup of the day is hearty potato. That's what's cooking. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Delaney. The following colleges will be in the Commons area during Lunch and Learn.
Now here's Emily Sweeney with the Wildcat World News.
Good morning, Latrobe. Today in World News, Social Security recipients around the world are expecting to get a big boost on benefits next year. This increase is expected to be the largest in 40 years and is meant to cover costs of inflation on food, fuel, other goods, and services. Next up, a jury in Connecticut has decided that Alex Jones should pay nearly $1 billion due to his lies concerning a massacre at Sandy Hook Elementary School. The money will go to 8 families of victims and 1 first responder. Jones's claims stated that this massacre was staged and that the families and first responders were, quote, crisis actors. These lies had prompted harassment against these families and the first responders and compounded the emotional agony of the loss of their loved ones. But families and individuals are feeling relieved after these lies were put to rest. And in local news, the Westmoreland County Airport Authority has announced that 2 aviation scholarships will be awarded to interns attending a 2- or 4-year college and planning to pursue a career involving aviation. The scholarships will be $1,000 each and are to be awarded every year. That's all for world and local news. Back to you.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT-TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe. We are GL.
Go Wildcats.